I kind of wanted to touch on, for you, because the dealership, I mean, I was looking at your dealer network and I was joking before the show, I was looking for spots. I was like, well, it doesn't look like there's a dot on Egypt. Maybe I can go over there. But what makes a good dealer? I know that's a big question, but I'm sure there are some key things that you look for that say this is a dealer that we really are happy to have on board.
There's a lot of things that make a good dealer, but the forward-facing person that meets the customer has got to be knowledgeable. So the sales rep, whoever they are, have got to know what they're talking about and be able to recognize the problem the customer has and find the most economic solution that meets their production needs. So the sales team is very important. Also the service and general take their service very, very seriously. There's a lot of different brands of equipment in the market, but if you can't keep your product line running, then you're not going to be successful in the market. That ties into parts, which, good dealers are not afraid to stock adequate parts so that when there is a machine down, they can get up as quickly as possible. You remember, if there's one machine down in a train, it's affecting 3 other machines and loading equipment as well. The whole crew's down for one machine, and that could be tens of thousands of dollars, per day. So it's very important to have the parts there and to get the equipment up and going again. We're in the crushing and screening business. The machines are basically designed to stop shaking and crushing themselves apart, but they all do fail. So parts are very important. And ongoing training of the staff, is important. Any company that takes financial commitment and time to train their staff and keep them up to date on regulations and new equipment is going to see a return on it. So, and then obviously marketing is very important. Meal drops have been less used in recent years. Everyone's taken advantage of social media platforms. So being involved in marketing is very important. And then obviously just having the correct machines for the sales guys. There's no point having 2 screeners in your fleet when your territory is heavily crusher based. So having the tools for the guys to go out and sell it, training the guys to sell it correctly, and be safety based is they're all good signs of a great dealer, which General is.
There's a lot of, I mean, we could do a show just on that because there's some interesting things you touched on, but the one that the stocking, of course, the business owner side of me goes, oh, there's a cost. And I'm sure that's it. So, and is that one of the differences where a top dealer, they're willing to actually invest in the parts and the pieces that need to keep it running, whereas on the opposite side, a dealer who's just trying to get what the bare bones of what they absolutely need? And is that what you see those top dealers, they're almost investing beyond what they need to just to make sure?
Yes, they don't want their customers to be dissatisfied. We don't want them to be down for any period of time. Obviously, as a manufacturer, we give recommended spares and wears lists for each machine, but some dealers go over and above that. Yes. Service and parts is paramount, no doubt.
Well, and I was wondering, you said about you provide recommendations. Now, do you do the same thing with like the technology training and things like that? Are you sort of, is that from the dealer level that they're doing that training, or are you continuously compiling information and then training their top level, and then that gets hopefully distributed out? Is that part of your system?
Correct. Yeah, there's training that goes on with the dealers each year, both sales training on new models or sales training because there's new members and employees at the dealer. And then every year we also have technical training, whether it's in Louisville or dealer specific on site, where we have equipment on site, and our service managers will give them break fix scenarios where they have to find the problem. So technology is really tied into that so heavily. The role of a service technician and manager have become so reliant on technology, and they can get information faster right now than they ever could. So it's all pushing towards keeping the customer running, keeping the downtime at a minimal. And that's what it's all about with aggregate producers. You know, they've got a certain time each week that they want to maximize.